This is a piece of bread. This is the bread of life, if you like. Now I'm sitting at the portico. There is no exact portico here. There's a small iron wicket fence with some of the gravestones inside. I'm not intruding here, I'm inviting. I'm not transgressing, I'm offering. The way of healing for Islam and for the whole world lies in reconciliation. And there's a Kyle that says the prince will eat bread in the portico of the gate and come in and go out, pass through by the gate. This passing through is a release of humanity from bondage and liberation.
Shalom.
Shalom.
For I am the first and the last. I am the honored one and the scorned one. I am the whore and the holy one. I am the wife and the virgin. I am the mother and the daughter. I am the barren one, and many are my sons. I am she whose wedding is great, and I have not taken a husband. I am knowledge and ignorance. I am shameless. I am ashamed. I am strength, and I am fear. I am senseless, and I am wise. I am the silence that is incomprehensible, and the idea whose remembrance is frequent. I am the one whom they call life, and you have called death. I am the one you have pursued. I am the one you have seized. I am the one you have scattered, and you have gathered me together.
Look upon us, you who reflect upon us, for we are Alpha and Omega, the divine and the blasphemer, Baal-Zebul and the Holy Ghost. For I am the Son of Man, the father of my mother, and it is my wife who begot me. I am the bridegroom whose wedding is celebrated, and I have not taken a wife. I am the Word made flesh, and yet the bread of life. I am the good shepherd, and yet the paschal lamb. I am the true vine, and yet the sprouting rod. I am the fisher of men, and yet the eye of the storm.
We are all the lightning, uniting heaven and earth in rains of plenty.
We are the light of the world and the darkness at noontide. We are the ones who return to loosen the bands and open the prison to them that are bound. In our very blood flows the fruit of the tree of life, and in our flesh the healing of the nations. The collective Messiah is a kind of awakening process that everyone realises with great relief that there is a cosmological meaning to humanity and a sense of purpose in life. And so everybody shares in the Gnostic opening as the seeds spring forth. So it's not something exclusive and it's not something pretentious. Yitzhak says we have the dozen. We have 12 people. It's a very special thing to have it. Split a piece of wood and I am there. Lift up the stone and you will find me there. I am not your master. Because you have drunk, you have become intoxicated from the bubbling stream which I have measured out.
Tell us of the tree.
The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. It is the smallest of all seeds, but when it falls on tilled soil, it produces a great plant and becomes a shelter for birds of the sky, wherein they can build the nests for their young.
If we are the tree and you are the gardener, what is the seed?
The seed is love. Let us love one another.
When will the kingdom come?
The kingdom lies before you, but men do not see it. If those who lead you say to you, see, the kingdom is in the sky, then the birds of the sky will precede you. If they say to you, it is in the sea, then the fishes will precede you. Rather, the kingdom is inside you and outside you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will become known, and you will realize it is you who are the sons of the living Father.
This is the resurrection of Magdalene. I have sailed in desire and flowed in passion in the ark, the arms of love. So rare, like dawn on the day you climbed once in your life the highest mountain, is my soul's spouse.
And I have witnessed when, professing to love him, you have, in your fear of the awakening, transported him, body and soul, to a bloodless heaven, rejecting the throbbing in your own sacred heart, seeking desire without the responsibility of perfect fulfillment.
I have come here to remind you, you are him and I am she, and we the ark of the world. We must not transport to the void, but sweetly planting earth, our love so rare.
We cannot escape through worship our conscious destiny, our meeting and our embracing.
For the renewal of all life lies in this sacred realm, not without, and that rare stranger in the garden, the immortal beloved, is also yourself.
The Magdalene Church, the Garden of Gethsemane, the Messiah's golden gates of compassion or mercy. Jesus was betrayed at Gethsemane, and it's kind of like a metaphor of death. And yet it's the garden. And there have been olive trees growing there for 2,000 years. So it's some of the oldest olives known. And it'll be very nice if it was celebrated as a garden of life rather than a garden celebrating death. So I'm just saying this now as a sort of part of the process of healing the past about this trip, because Judaism has suffered a great deal from this death that Jesus had. And so have the witches of Europe and many other people. So it's an important thing to cleanse the death that Gethsemane represents and replace it with a paradigm of life. We're going to give another reading, and these are the readings. This is a reading from Isaiah 60, which throws all the gates wide open. Okay, so there are no closed gates.
The mercy gate is now closed.
The mercy gate's closed. Reputedly, there's a myth. It's in the A Lonely Planet Guide to Jerusalem that the Islamic people have cemented the gate shut for a fear that the Messiah might return and disrupt the status quo. The Dome of the Rock is a beautiful representation, Yitzhak mentioned, from Sufi masons who have represented the inside in the arboreal forms of the Garden of Eden or of Paradise. So it's a representation of Paradise, and indeed the temple precincts contain a grove of trees and olives, and so there's a sense in which the garden is within, but it is the Asherah imprisoned within the walls, and the gates are not open in terms of spiritual freedom and freedom of worship. Now there's this very potent reading in Isaiah 60. Should we do it together? Okay. And foreigners will build up your walls, and their kings will minister to you. For in my wrath I struck you, and in my favor I have had compassion on you. And your gates will be open continually, and they will not be closed day or night. The glory of Lebanon will come to you, the juniper, the box tree, and the cypress together. Now there's a very powerful metaphor here, which is the planting among the countries of permanence and reconciliation, that the cedars of Lebanon will come to the Temple Mount.
Around Garden of Gethsemane.
It's very, very special. So it's a great honor.
Set me as a seal upon thine heart,
as a seal upon thine arm. For love is as strong as death, jealousy as cruel as the grave. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which hath a most vehement flame. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can the floods drown it.
שלא יעלו דרך הרוב יותר קרוב. הם הולכים, משלטים עכשיו